Hello Beyblade World! Welcome back to another unboxing video. In today's episode we are featuring the new B-202 random booster volume 30 with the prize bay being Wind Knight. So I'm super pumped up with this release, not only because Wind Knight features some really cool gimmicks, but also if you collect all of the other non-prize bays in this booster, like all of these four right here, you will be able to take parts from each of them and build the Demon Sword version of Xiphoid Xcalibur. Oh, and also you'll be able to build a red and gold version of Wind Knight, but mainly the Demon Sword version of Xiphoid Xcalibur. Anyways, I'm getting too excited here. Let's state some facts about this set, but just to let you guys know, we will be putting timestamps for you guys to help you navigate to the part that you want to watch. You can find them in the description box down below. So the B-202 Random Booster Volume 30 was released on September of 2022. Since it's a random booster, you get one random bay out of the 5 that's shown here for each box that you get. The prize bay that you want to go after is Wind Knight, but Takara Tomy was nice enough to add some sort of pity system here, kind of like in gacha games. So if Lady Luck or RNGesus just isn't with you right now, and you get all the other 4 bays, but not Wind Knight, you'll actually have all the parts needed to recreate an almost identical version of it. Wind Knight also features a special kind of bound ability, which will go more in depth later, and it also has a new gimmick that lets it control how the air flows around it. Hoo-hoo. There's a lot more stuff to go over, so let's dive right in and open these boxes. But before we do that, please help us get the channel going by liking and subscribing. And don't forget to hit that notification bell icon so you don't miss any of our new videos. Thank you guys. So the first bay we'll talk about is Dynamite Xcalibur Moon High Wave Dash 2. Takara Tomy considers this as a bounce type bay, and the parts individually are okay. If you're going after Demon Sword Excalibur and Red Wind Knight, the Excalibur core and Moon Disc is here. Then we have the purple version of the Dynamite Blade, which is a very accessible part. If you've been collecting DB bays for a while, you'd probably have tons of this by now. We're also getting a new driver, High Wave Dash. This is a pretty interesting piece. So just to let you guys see how tall High Wave Dash is, we have Zest Achilles right here, and this is High Wave Dash. It's as tall as a Beyblade all by itself. That's crazy. Not a lot of people use waves, so a lot more testing needs to be done to see how useful this driver can be. But again, having variety in your toolkit, especially a high dash driver, is never a bad thing. Now let's take a look at Xiphoid Belial Karma Destroy Dash 10. This is an attack type combo, and a pretty decent one at that. The Belial core is nothing too special, but it is attack oriented, which is good for the setup. Xiphoid hits hard, not as hard as Guilty, but it gets the job done. Karma is another part that is known to have a little bit of up force and down force gimmick going on. Destroy Dash is pretty solid as well. It's not the fastest driver, but it has decent life after death. Good burst resistance as well, since it is a dash driver. Then we have the 10 armor, which is a very competitive top tier part. The third bay is Prominence Knight Legacy Sword Dash 1. So we have the gold versions of the Prominence Blade and the new Knight DB core in this combo. This actually kind of reminds me of Prominence Valkyrie, since they both have the shield and bound abilities. The difference is that Valkyrie rebounds sideways, while this guy does it vertically. If you want to see the unboxing video we did for Prominence Valkyrie, there should be a link up there and one on the description box down below. For its armor, we have the 1 armor, which has a single heavy point. This was made to work in tandem with Xiphoid and Excalibur. And finally, we have Legacy and Sword Dash. These are both attack oriented parts. Sword Dash, it doesn't really have that much stamina. You would usually need to finish the round early, or else you are gonna get outspent. The fourth and final non-prize bay is Kerbeus Santa's Bounce 4. And gosh, what did they do to you, Kerbeus? Looks like Christmas came early this year because those aren't chains. Those look more like the fluffs on Santa's coat, to be honest with you guys. Anyways, the Kerbeus DB core is a top tier part that features a rubber slope instead of locks or teeth. You can think of this as the right spin version of the Bahamut DB core. If you're aiming for Red Wind Knight, Wind and Bouncer here, it also comes with a Santa's Forge Disc that's going to go to Xiphoid Xcalibur. And then we have the forearmor for the armor piece. So before we go to the main event, let's try to build Demon Sword Excalibur and Red Wind Knight to see what they look like. Alright, now for the main event, Wind Knight. Wind Knight is a right spin stamina type Bey. It is the second and latest addition to the Knight line, with Air Knight coming before it about 4 years prior, late in 2018. Except for the 6 armor, all the parts included in this combo is brand new, so more parts for us to play with. Speaking of parts, let's talk about them real quick. First up is the Knight DB core. It takes 4 clicks for a Knight to burst. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we take a closer look at its teeth, it doesn't look like it would have really good burst resistance, but to compensate for that, Takara Tomy put in 4 BU locks. Yeah, you heard me right, 4. They went crazy with BU locks on this thing. So just a quick recap, you would need both a BU lock compatible DB core and Forge Disc for the BU lock gimmick to work. Long story short, these 4 tabs on the DB core and these 2 protrusions on the Forge Disc would work together to eliminate the rattling that happens between the disc and the layer, and at the same time increase your combo's burst resistance. Knight's main gimmick is its vertical bound ability, which is the very first of its kind. Theoretically, when you hit Wind Knight from the bottom, the bound ability would help repel the attack, and this is also the same with attacks from above. The Knight DB core weighs 7.6 grams. Next up is the Wind Blade. So this is the part that would allow Wind Knight to use its signature moves, which is basically controlling the air around it. In the anime, Kit Lopez is able to summon a field of wind around Air Knight, which either repelled its opponent's attacks or pulled them in, forced them to go around Air Knight, and then bash them against stadium walls. Of course, it won't be like that in real life, but Takara Tomy is trying to mimic the same effect more or less. See, the Wind Blade has 2 modes. We have the upper force mode and down force mode. To change modes, you will need to remove the armor piece, hold the tab, rotate the bottom layer, and push the tab back in. If the red marker is visible on the top layer, you are in the upper force mode. If we take a closer look, we can see that the red marker, which is basically just a plastic part, is on the right side and is angled downward. Since Wind Knight is a right spin Bey, air would come in from the top and flow underneath it, creating a lift or upper force. It's kind of like how a drone or a helicopter propeller works. So in theory, because of this upper force, the driver and the stadium will generate less friction against each other, and this in turn will increase Wind Knight's mobility and help it move or hover around the stadium faster. On the other hand, if the blue marker is visible on the top layer, you are in the downforce mode. Again, taking a closer look, we can see that the blue marker is on the left side this time and is angled upward. So while in this mode, air comes in from below, gets scooped up by the angled plastic piece, and floats to the top of Wind Knight, which in turn presses it down. Theoretically, this would make the Beyblade behave like it's heavier than it actually is, and would give it the benefit of increased stability and traction on the stadium. If you're looking to have Wind Knight plant itself in or glued in one place, this would be the mode you'd want to use. So just to make it easier for you to remember the 2 modes, just keep in mind that red means hot and blue means cold. You heat things up or upper force and cool things down, down force. Simple. The Wind Blade weighs 13.05 grams. For the armor piece, we have the 6 armor. So this armor spreads the weight of the Beyblade outwards evenly among its 6 heavy points. Because of this, we should see an increase in Wind Knight's stamina performance. The 6 armor weighs 13.25 grams. For the Forge disc, we're getting a new one that is Belial compatible. We have the Moon Forge disc. This Forge disc is perfectly circular in shape, similar to Over and Illegal. And like Illegal, it features gaps that separate the inner and outer part of the disc, which should, in theory, further increase its stamina. This plastic part is also attached to the metal body of Moon, which is kind of reminiscent of disc frames, specifically Expand, which came with Air Knight. So this driver is also a bit on the wider side. It's about half a centimeter bigger than Over. So I'm a little bit worried about it scraping if the driver used is too low. But we'll just have to see how it goes during the test battles. The Moon disc weighs 31.55 grams compared to the Overforged disc, which is 33.39 grams. And finally, we have the Bounce driver. So this is a stamina driver with a spring-loaded tip that moves up and down. In theory, what this will do is it will absorb some of the impact that Wind Knight will take against the stadium during launch, preventing stamina loss and self-knockouts. It also features a fixed ring around the shaft, which is meant to, again, further increase Wind Knight's stamina. The Bounce driver weighs 6.73 grams. And finally, the full combo of Wind Knight weighs a total of 72.15 grams. And now it's finally time to see Wind Knight in action. Let's go ahead and do some test battles. Test battles! First up, we have Wind Knight in downforce mode versus
Xiphoid in attack mode, right spin. Yeah, that's a mouthful.
That is a mouthful. Ready, dude? 3, 2, 1, let's! Okay, Wind Knight heading straight to the center of the stadium. Looks like it's pretty good at dodging attacks by staying completely still. Let's see if it can do a stamina finish against this guy. Woohoo! Wind Knight for the win. 3, 2, 1, let's! Uh-oh. Aggressive movements from Xiphoid. Wind Knight staying completely still. Completely still. What?
That was nothing.
What happened? What was that? What was that?
It literally went on its side.
Oh no. This is not good. This is what I was afraid of. Ready? 3, 2, 1, let's! Woohoo! What was that? That's the Achilles. Wind Knight staying still in the center of the stadium.
Oh man!
Again, we have downforce mode here. Taking Achilles' attack really good. Ooh, looks like it's gonna go for stamina finish.
Zest one.
Ow! Okay, round 2. Let's try this with Wind Knight in downforce mode versus
Roar Bahamut.
3, 2, 1, let's! Who's gonna take the center of the stadium?
It's a battle for the battle.
Battle for the center. Both of these bays are super round. Who's the better one? And it's Roar.
Yeah, it's definitely Roar. It's definitely Roar.
3, 2, 1, let's! Let's go, Wind Knight! Give me a win! Oh boy, come on. Stay there. Stay still.
Don't stay still. Move, move.
Do not scrape. Whatever you do, just stay perfectly still. You're winning. You're winning. Just don't move. Just don't move. Keep on spinning. That's all you need to do. Roar Bahamut still missing the target. Finish. Roar. Roar still. No, Roar still won. 3, 2, 1, let's! Ooh, big hits from Roar Bahamut. Wind Knight making use of its vertical bound attacks. Bound ability.
Keep on doing defense. To defense.
Stay spinning. Keep on spinning, Wind Knight. You're gonna win this.
Defense. Defense.
You got this, dude. Bahamut wins. Okay, Wind Knight in downforce mode versus
Left spin Astral Spriggan in stamina mode.
another mouthful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely a very big mouthful.
3, 2, 1, let it! Left spin stamina. Oh, big hits from Astral Spriggan. And it's a win for Wind Knight. Woohoo! Look at this guy.
He's so 3, 2, 1,
let
let
it! Another big hit from Astral Spriggan. Both bays trying to take the center of the stadium. Looks like Astral is attacking the top of Wind Knight. Hopefully the vertical bound ability of Wind helps. Clearly it didn't. Astral Spriggan wins. Ready? 3, 2, 1, let's! Here we go. 2 super round bays. Fighting for the center again. Astral looks like it's on its side almost.
Well, at least it didn't scrape.
Yeah. Wind Knight.
Loses. He
Okay.
loses. Again.
Switching it up to upper force mode. Wind Knight in upper force mode versus...
Right spin Achilles in attack mode. Okay, that was a bit better.
Yeah, that's better. You're getting better at this. 3, 2, 1,
let
let's... Woohoo! What was that?
What's it beat it?
Did it jump?
Who did that?
Well, it is Wind Knight, so...
It can jump.
Oh, is that what the bounce driver is for? It is called bounce, so... Oh, no. No.
So, oh no.
Oh,
No.
boy. Okay.
It's stabbed in the middle.
Wind Knight, let me finish talking. Try to keep on spinning until I'm done talking at least. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Ooh, big hits.
Money.
Attack.
Yo. How come it just went through?
Upper force mode, planting itself in the center of the stadium.
That's closely falls
no.
behind and it just
Scrapes. 3, 2, 1,
let's.
let's. Woo! What was that?
Oh,
Super
it's really mad.
speed
It's really
from
mad.
Achilles.
It's really mad.
Okay, let's go upper force mode. Trying to see if this is better than down force. And it's good. Oh my gosh.
It's such
Alright, let's try this out. We have Wind Knight in upper force mode versus
Roar Bahamut.
Bahamut. 2 completely round base. Let's try it out. 3, 2, 1, let's! Right spin stamina. Right spin stamina versus left spin defense. And Wind is out. For Bahamut, the victory dance.
With a victory snappy.
3, 2, 1, let's! Okay. Right spin stamina versus left spin defense.
It's acting like attack.
Metal driver does that when hard launched. Upper force mode, planting itself in the center of the stadium.
Wish I launched Doctor.
Oh no. Scrape to death.
No.
3, 2, 1, let's! Oh, early scrapes from Wind Knight. What is going on, dude?
Yeesh.
Scrape out.
Don't even try to
That's
hit
what
it.
you're doing.
Don't even try to hit it. It cannot resist anything.
Whoa, Roar Bahamut looks like it's losing spin. Roar Bahamut wins.
Ah, so close again.
So close again. Wind Knight in upper force mode versus left spin Achilles in stamina mode.
Yeah,
There.
yeah.
I did it for you.
Yeah.
Ready? 3,
3,
2, 1, let's! Wind Knight out.
Oh, it almost escaped. 3, 2,
2, 1, let's! Big hit from Win Knight. Big scrapes from Win Knight again.
Everyone loves Win Knight because it's so bad. Oh.
No, Win Knight.
I can do my victory lap and victory dance. 3, 2, 1, let's!
Okay, give me a win, Win Knight. Give me a win.
Nope, not a chance.
See, this is what I was worried about. Moon is just too wide, and bounce is just too... I don't think it can support Moon. So yeah. So what do you think of Win Knight?
It's
a movie, huh?
no, I mean it's like this bad.
Well, we can figure it out. We'll figure it out. We'll find a way to make it better, right?
No, it's like the floor bad.
Is the floor that bad?
No, I mean it's the whole.
So that is it for Win Knight and the rest of the base from Random Booster Volume 30. Overall, I think this release has pretty good potential in terms of customization. We have brand new parts with brand new gimmicks. It was also great for Excalibur fans, being given the chance to hunt down the required parts for the Demon Sword version of Xiphoid Xcalibur. Even with Win Knight, I don't feel it's that bad, if you have some spare parts. See, the thing with Win Knight is, it has the case of the Savior Valkyrie. And what I mean by that is, the parts individually are good, but they just don't work well together. Moon and Bounce just doesn't work. Moon is too wide and Bounce just can't support it. However, if you're able to experiment a little bit with the disc and the driver, Win Knight has the potential to be super good and, dare I say, top tier. So overall, I would give this random booster 4 out of 5 stars. As always, thank you guys for watching. There should be links to our other videos on this side, and the subscribe button should be down here. And yeah, see you guys again next time. Bye.